aliens feared the day humans unleashed their true nature. The galaxy had always known humanity was strange, curious, reckless, endlessly creative, but dangerous. No one believed that. At least, not until the day the humans stopped pretending to be civilized. 1. The breaking point. For 50 years, the Galactic Council had been at war with the Vor Dominion, a species bred for conquest. Massive, armored, and unfeeling, the Vor had torn through half the known systems. Every world that fell added more soldiers to their machine army. And yet, for every world the Vor burned, the humans rebuilt too. They were resilient to a fault. Persistent. But the Council began to notice something darker beneath that determination. When human worlds were attacked, they didn't mourn, they learned. When their fleets were destroyed, they didn't retreat, they adapted. And when they were cornered, they smiled. 2. The Siege of Harrow's Reach. I served as liaison to the Terran 9th Expeditionary Fleet during the Siege of Harrow's Reach. The Vor sent 6 dreadnoughts to wipe the planet clean. The humans sent 3 ships, old ones, even by their standards. The Council command assumed it was suicide. The Vor commander, General Kretal, mocked the humans publicly, broadcasting his words across open frequencies. Submit, primitives. You live only because we find your chaos amusing. The human commander, Admiral Cole, responded with a calm tone that chilled even my scaled skin. Amusing, ha! You won't be laughing in an hour. When the Vor fleet arrived, Cole ordered all human ships to power down weapons and go dark. The Vor approached, scanning, confused. Then, as one dreadnought locked on target, Cole smiled. Now. In an instant, the human ships vanished. Moments later, thousands of small objects, metal shards, silent and untraceable, pierced through the Vor ships like rain through glass. Every Vor dreadnought exploded simultaneously. The human ships reappeared behind the wreckage, barely scorched. That was for New Kyoto, Cole said. I realized then humans didn't just fight wars. They remembered them. 3. The experiment. The Council demanded answers. How had humans developed such technology, massless projectiles capable of bypassing energy fields? They called the humans to trial for unauthorized weaponization of subspace. The humans didn't attend. Instead, they sent a message. We asked for your help for years. You gave us rules. The Vor gave us corpses. We adapted. The Council declared humanity a liability. They ordered all human military assets to be monitored. That was the last order the Council ever gave humanity. 4. The fall of the Council. When Vor fleets broke through the midline systems, the Council demanded all species fall back to defend the capital. Humanity refused. You can retreat if you want, said Admiral Cole. We're done running. Every other fleet withdrew, leaving the humans stranded between the Vor and the inner systems. 300 million human soldiers. Against 10 billion Vor. No one expected them to survive. But humans didn't plan to survive. They planned to win. 5. The Awakening. What the galaxy didn't understand was that Earth was a Class 12 deathworld, a planet that forged predators through fire and extinction. Humanity had evolved surrounded by violence and chaos. To them, war wasn't an aberration, it was a return to instinct. As the Vor closed in, humanity unleashed what they called Operation Prometheus. They turned the battlefield into a living weapon. Planet-side cities detonated in synchronized sequences, creating shockwaves that obliterated Vor formations. Human AI-controlled drones lured Vor ships into gravity traps, supermassive pits of their own making. When Vor soldiers landed planet-side, they found nothing alive, only silence. Then came the roar. The humans emerged not as soldiers, but as predators. Their armor pulsed red with heat, their visors gleaming with primal rage. They didn't fight with strategy, they hunted. And for the first time, the Vor felt fear. 6. The day it broke. A Vor transmission leaked across the galaxy, a distress call unlike any before. They don't die. The humans, they keep coming. The message cut out mid-scream. When the dust cleared, the Vor Dominion's flagship was gone. No wreckage. No debris. Just gone. The Council demanded an explanation. Humanity said nothing. They simply turned off their transponders and disappeared into uncharted space. 7. The truth emerges. Years later, after the Vor collapsed and the galaxy began to rebuild, fragments of data from Harrow's Reach resurfaced. It showed something impossible. The humans had not just used advanced weapons, they had altered themselves. Neural augmentation, bioadaptive symbiosis, psychological fusion networks, things the Council had banned centuries ago. They had become something beyond human. Admiral Cole's final recorded words were found in the wreckage of an orbital platform. We always said we were civilized. But the truth is, civilization is just what we wear to hide the beast underneath. The Vor reminded us what we are. So we showed them. 8. The new frontier. The humans eventually returned, decades later. But they were different, older, quieter, impossibly advanced. Their ships no longer used thrusters or FTL drives. They bent space. When asked what they'd been doing, they simply said, preparing. There are worse things out there than the Vor. The Council, what remained of it, offered them leadership in the new galactic order. Humanity refused. We're not here to rule, said the new Terran representative. We're here to make sure no one forgets what happens when someone tries to chain us again. The chamber fell silent. Because deep down, everyone remembered the last time humans fought, gods would have flinched. 9. The memory of fire. The galaxy slowly learned to live alongside humanity again. Trade resumed. Treaties were signed. But fear remained. Children of alien species grew up hearing warnings whispered at bedtime. Don't anger the Terrans. Don't provoke the deathworlders. They were stories meant to frighten, but the elders knew they were true. Every so often, strange readings appeared on the edges of known space, spatial distortions, like gravity itself twisting into submission. Whenever someone investigated, they found the same mark carved into drifting asteroids. A single human handprint. 10. Epilogue: The Quiet Storm. Centuries later, historians would debate the day it all began, the day the galaxy realized the truth. Some say it was the Battle of Harrow's Reach. Others say it was when the Vor screamed for mercy. But those who had fought beside humans knew better. It wasn't a single moment. It was a decision, a choice to stop hiding the part of them the galaxy feared most. Their kindness. Their defiance. Their refusal to surrender. Their hunger to protect what they loved, no matter the cost. That was humanity's true nature. And when they finally unleashed it, the stars themselves bowed in silence.